16th president, and it hosts a battle once again between two major schools that call this state home, and at the end of the road, a top hat to carry on a presidential legacy. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Northwestern's offense takes the field to start this game off. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored.
Breaks into the open. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Throws to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Let's take a step back for a moment and think about Northwestern. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Safe completion on the screen. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Tosses it incomplete. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. This time he's got his man. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The sure hand, it's Wagner.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll give it to the back. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Throws for the tight end. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Forced out of the pocket. He'll throw it. Touchdown, Wildcats. First score of the game goes up.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Illinois' offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Quickly to the tight end. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. All right, guys, let's chat about Illinois. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Firing to the right, complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, it's Boyd. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Northwestern. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the extra point makes it 14-3.
Northwestern, 14, Illinois, 3.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Illinois offense returns to the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. Let's talk for a second about Illinois. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
You know, defenders have to really understand body position and where the football's coming from. And great job understanding that, getting in the way of the route, knocking the ball down, batting it away, making a good play for that defense.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Boyd. Throws to the tight end. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Wildcats have it back to Northwestern offense headed out. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. Quarterback moving. Swings it out to the flat. At midfield, he's got room. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Caught near the sticks. It's Wagner. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Northwestern making quick work on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. The snap sets up the throw. Touchdown, Northwestern! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air, it's Boyd. Caught behind the line, it's Webb. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Fighting Illini with options here on 2nd and short. Right on the money. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. No huddle offense to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Just keeps slinging it. Finds his tight end. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. Quick tempo here for the offense. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got it! And he just kept running and he Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Wagner. There he goes. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. That's caught. It's Wagner. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Just over 20 seconds to play here in the half. How aggressive can they afford to be here? Back to throw. It's Boyd. Caught. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's got the back in the middle. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the right. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Carney. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now on first down from the 43. Now the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Catch in the middle. It's Wagner. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Northwestern moving the ball expeditiously. To the air on first down. They get to him as he throws.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Power football with the run. Got the first down and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly, push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, number 19. They'll make the stop on the return. Yard line as this defense records an interception. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Illinois now staring at a 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Boyd. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16.
coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Finds the tight end. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. Northwestern will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football and stay tight on him. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Skips away from pressure. And the pass is incomplete as the final play of the third quarter. 4th quarter is coming. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And as we start the 4th quarter, they'll try to knock 3 through the uprights. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Boyd. Just ran over it. And he's still running after the move. Touchdown, fighting Illini. A great catch and run for 6.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hauls it in down the sideline. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Red pass hits complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Oh, he's got some space. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on 3rd down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge 3rd down conversion for this offense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Here's a heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. You saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Boyd. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
On the move at the 30. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. Illinois lining up quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown Illini. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Going to try to get it himself. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Quarterback making checks. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air, but when you hang it up over the middle of the field, defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it, make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Headed to the end zone. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Big guy smells it, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Wildcats. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. That one will put a little extra distance, give them a little cushion down the stretch.
And there was a little bit of hope, but you just snatched away with that touchdown. This game is now over.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Northwestern, 40. Illinois, 24.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Got him downfield. Quickly working the sideline and getting out of bounds after a pickup of 18. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Back to throw, it's Boyd. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
The Fighting Illini needs to get it to the county line for a first down. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up, you feel.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you